Hi, I'm Doug.
Hi, I'm Stephany.
And welcome to our channel.
Welcome.
This is an introduction for a video that we're doing about, we've been talking to a being called Ashtamala, and Ashtamala is in the Andromeda Galaxy, and we've had a few chats with her already, and so...
Yes, we have. She came through in order to also help me with my doubt.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so Stephany has spent most of her form as an Andromedan, so it's going through the densities and things like that. So Ashtamala is someone she knows personally from her time there. So if we go back a little bit, Stephany and I, we're soul family to each other, and normally with an oversoul, they'll divide up into many souls to create a family, and those individual souls can go into a physical form and have experiences like we have here on Earth. And for Stephany and I, our oversoul only split into two. So there's only Stephany and I.
Yeah.
And as soul family, and we're soul family, next level above us is the Galactic Federation. So anyway, most of our physical lives, we've been separate. So Stephany has spent a lot of time in the Andromeda Galaxy, and others as well, other galaxies too, and we've both been in the Pleiades and other galaxies that don't even have names.
By us.
Yeah,
humans.
but by humans. So I've been elsewhere, but we've been getting some help over the last few weeks. We haven't posted any videos because we've been living the knowledge. So if you've been watching videos from session 8 onwards, that's what we're kind of working on. We're trying to, our purpose is to live as our true beings in human bodies. So this is how it would work elsewhere. So what we mean is the human aspect of us is our thoughts, our emotions, our beliefs, our programming, our ego, all of those sorts of things, which we tend to live by, but we have a love and light being inside of us, our spirit. And if we are to live as that spirit and have the physical aspect of us, the human aspect, sort of go along with that and be sort of the vehicle and the love and light part of us as in control of it, then we can have a really wonderful life. And so we're learning how to do that, and we see each other, ourselves, very much as humans. So I thought, well, we'll live this information, and then I'll create a video on how we detached ourselves from the human aspect and live that way, and then it all comes back together. We'd have many questions from this experience, and hopefully you would be able to learn from our experience. So I'll create a video next week about all of that. But along the way, we've had our normal human doubts. So the Galactic Federation have brought through different beings to give us a bit of encouragement. So
especially to me.
Especially to Stephany. But we've had, say, my guides from the angelic realms, and I've been an angel in the angelic realms too. So these are beings I've forgotten, but I knew when I was there. I knew Archangel Michael as well, who's one of my guides. And I've even spoken to my true self through Stephany. So, and that seems strange. I'm talking to myself without the human aspect in the way, to know who I truly am and getting some guidance there. Although they truly think I'm wise and should be figuring it out on my own.
We all can.
And we all can. And Stephany's true being as well. And
yes, it sounds weird, and it might act a bit different as well, but it has been really good to help our human aspect to understand things better. For me, it's been that because I am the instrument and I am aware and conscious of what's going on while we are talking to our friends. Therefore, my mind sometimes creates certain ideas and thoughts or doubts, even though I trust what is coming through. But because I am aware of these, then sometimes I had thoughts as, well, maybe it's just you or things like that. But then when I watch the videos, I know that it wasn't me, because I wouldn't be talking in that way. I wouldn't be saying, I wouldn't have the knowledge that they do. So therefore, they've been helping me to feel that I am, to have that trust you see, and that's how Ashtamala came through as well. So when we channel, we're talking to the Galactic Federation, and they gave a date. Do you remember?
Yes.
And then when we looked that up, they ended up into when the whirlpool.
You found the Whirlpool Galaxy.
Yes, and then while reading something, I found about the Andromeda, and that was the moment when I read that, and then I felt such a strong connection with it, and that allowed me to connect to this being that we now call Ashtamala, and that was a great experience, and it helped me to trust even more as I got some information from her about me.
Yes, and so the Galactic Federation have often said how powerful Stephany is, right from the second session that we had, when they said you can't imagine the power that she will demonstrate in this lifetime, and we didn't really know what that was, and it's been mentioned a lot of times, and I just say, well, she's very powerful because we've been told that, and then
we all are,
and then we all are, but they say you are too, and but Ashtamala does explain the power Stephany has, and there's very few beings who have this kind of power that she particularly has, and so therefore those who know her, the Galactic Federation, the guides and Ashtamala, people who have been with her, look at Stephany having doubts and things like that, and they're thinking, this is not the Stephany we know, someone who was a leader and very fearless, sort of thing. So we learn more about that through Ashtamala. But both of us have been in many different galaxies doing various things, and even I'm seem to be well known intergalactically for the things that I've done as well, but it doesn't matter. But these were just brought up because we're just humans and we don't remember any of this, but we had an agreement to come together and teach what we're teaching now, and of course we've forgotten because of the veil of forgetting. So we've spent many of our incarnations, physical form incarnations, apart, and then between those incarnations we come together, as Stephany's higher self, true self had said, we kind of come together to recharge, and then we go our separate ways again. But this is a time now on Earth when we started our Earth incarnations. I started as an angel, as a guide to humans to learn about humanity, as a Galactic Federation called like an apprentice, like to Archangel Michael and the angels there, and learning about how it works to be a human from the other side as a guide, guiding humans. Before I decided to come here, it was a way of me doing my research first, whereas and then I kind of called Stephany to come with me, and we're talking about when we first came to Earth. We've reincarnated quite a number of times, but we came together to live on Earth, but for this lifetime now, where we're teaching what we're going to be teaching now. And before this lifetime, we've found out that we have a lot of agreements. So like with the Galactic Federation and with certain guides and Archangel Michael, who are all aware of the purpose that we have. We'd completely forgotten it, but they knew that, and we knew that before we incarnated. So we've said these are the things we need to be reminded of when we come to Earth, and for this particular purpose. So we're learning all of this too. You know, we're putting the information here and we're applying it, and we're learning it, and we're asking questions, and everyone is free to ask their own questions as well. So I know we've had a lot of help to be able to say, well, this is who you have been in other realms, and what these are the things you do, which give us a lot of confidence. But what we hope to do is teach by example. So everyone is the same. We're all the same. We're all the same. So everyone has that love and light, and if they awaken to who they truly are and live as their true being, then they're going to have an amazing life, because you'll be able to create the life you want from the true being that you are. And that always means it's going to be the highest possible outcome for any situation that you're in. So please, watch the videos that we've done so far, and we've got more coming that will give more information. And next week I'd like to have a video that talks about our experiences detaching our human aspect from our love and light aspect. But it's a temporary step to get to know which is which and become familiar with those, and then they come back together and you live as your true self, knowing that you can do anything in your life.
Yes, it is an amazing journey. And that's what we have been doing.
So
learning.
So we hope you enjoyed the video. We have 3 video clips. The first one is when we first met Ashtamala, and she was introduced as actually an Andromeda group consciousness. Now everyone is connected there anyway, but we were talking to Ashtamala, and the reason we're told that we're talking to a group consciousness was to save a bit of confusion apparently. However, we've spoken to so many beings now that we'll go with anything, it's fine. And so this is someone who personally knew Stephany, and was actually a student of Stephany's as well. And now the student is being the teacher. Now Stephany is the student. So,
and I'm happy to be.
Yes.
And I'm learning as well, and it's very interesting to connect, and it has helped me.
Yeah, very much. And so the second video will come along after about 5 minutes, and that goes for about 14 minutes. And then the last video is a bit more than an hour. There's a lot more information in that one. So we found her very fun to talk to, and we've spoken to her a couple of times since then as well. So including today, where we got permission to be able to post what we're posting right now as well.
Yes.
So I hope you enjoy the video.
Yes, this is a journey for us too. So let's all do it.
Yes, let's all do it. Okay.
If you wish so, of course.
Enjoy.
Hi.
Welcome.
We are the Andromedas. We have worked with this instrument. Not with the instrument, but with the being.
Yes.
She has been one of our major influences on our galaxy.
Wow.
She has been protected, that we are. In another reality, as she has incarnated in this one.
Yes.
And we are here to help her too, as she has helped us too. We want her to know that this is true. There is the time for your being to accept this, that you are a being with the resources that you need in order to find yourself. You know your purpose.
Yes, we're aware.
She knows but struggles with believing, and you are more aware of that than you are. She does too. But the two of you in a way feel the need, perhaps at some level, to see it.
Yes.
You feel that the two of you need to see it to truly know yourself. But my friend, it starts with knowing truly, and then you experience it.
Yes.
As the Galactic Federation has been guiding you.
Yes.
We are here to welcome her to us as she's now aware of us.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you.
She has spent a lot of her form in our realities. And so have gone through different densities as well. We consider her one of us in a form, let's say,
Right.
that put the attention on Earth. As her other part of the soul was involved there.
Mm.
We leave you now.
Thank you so much.
We are the Andromeda from the galaxy that she is not able to tell at the moment because of not trusting
Sure.
that she can.
Okay. But thank you so much for talking to us.
You're welcome. We hope to have you on board with us too,
Okay, sure.
even after your life, your Earth's incarnation.
Okay. Sounds good.
The two of you with us will be great.
Great.
The invitation has been offered.
Thank you so much.
Even though this is very human thing,
Yes, I understand.
it's your choice, as you know.
Yes. Thank you.
We are the Andromedas. We leave you now.
Bye-bye.
Hi, welcome.
Welcome. Thank you. Welcome back.
We are not the Andromedas.
No.
We are the Galactic Federation.
Yes.
Hi,
Welcome.
we are the Andromedas.
Welcome back.
We are here to speak to this being called Stephany now.
Yes, please go ahead.
Hi, I worked with you when you were in this reality. I was close to you, as you know, in your reality as sister. We have defended this place from the with the love and light. We are advanced in our awareness. I am communicating with you right now with your energy, and it's translated into your words. We live for many years, as you know, time. She left for the next purposes that she had. You can call me a name if you wish.
Do you have a name? She does not know it.
It's going to resonate within. Ashtamala. It's not yet that. I'm trying to use the words
Sure.
to form a name that it could be.
Yes.
In the meantime, I can say that we love you, both of you. And we were aware of the plans of coming to Earth with you.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
As we are also working with Earth from here,
Right.
helping in the way that we can and are allowed. And Stephany is not the only one who have reincarnated from this place.
Mm-hmm.
There are beings that actually have been only here and then on Earth.
Right.
And Stephany had more experience, but most of her form life have been spent with us.
Right. Do you know if I ever visited?
You had an agenda to do so.
Mm-hmm. But didn't.
The agenda has not come yet.
Oh, okay.
I cannot say more than that, because that can be infringing on your will, because you might change your mind.
Sure, okay. But not yet, so I've got that much.
You had other experiences in other galaxies,
Yes.
including near us.
Okay.
We were in contact, though,
We know each other.
as we were aware of each other.
Right.
We are beautiful creatures.
Stephany would like to hear that.
I am reading her ideas and thoughts and questions. Is scanning.
Good.
We do not need the so-called marriage. However, if we choose to have certain experiences, it is our own choices. We are aware of the truth of everything, or enough to experience life in a different way. We feel the love for everyone. We can choose also to experience with another being. Not necessarily as how your humans experience. I want to say that I am here in contact to help you realize that you have been an instrument of love and light. And this is the way that has been suitable for you on your earth. And in other places like ours, your role might have been different. But always towards the light on this reality. Are what you call in your kind leader, with a spirit of freedom.
Yes.
Intelligence and charming. Have been at serve of others by guiding to the truth. As we are more evolved, we focus on different aspects. However, there are beings that might choose different experiences. Stephany helped to keep the peace and calm within others, with others, let's say. We can focus on different areas. She's thinking. I do not need to give so much details.
No.
For now.
No.
Because it can confuse her human vehicle.
Sure. That's okay. But I'm sure Stephany would love to keep in touch and keep talking in the future.
Yes, I am aware. We have created amazing things together.
These are the kinds of things I keep hearing, but with no detail. Doing great things, amazing things, very powerful. That's it. But that's okay.
She has read something and has certain thoughts about it.
Oh.
Which are okay. I can say some detail then.
Yes.
We have worked with beings, showing them how far they can become aligned with that they are. There's a plan that we have. Created on your earth. Its species from many places have contributed to the creations of the forms on your earth, including us.
Yes.
We have done few.
Yes.
In relation to nature.
Yes.
And mind game. Not so much as what you understand us.
Right.
I'll discuss that further later.
Sure.
I do not wish to bombard with many details and put pressure on this vehicle,
Sure.
as her knowledge and capacity to understand is limited compared to us
Yes.
in another realm.
Yes. That's okay. We'll follow your guidance. That's good.
Your guidance are also, as you know, the Galactic Federation.
They're wonderful.
They have a purpose that is very precise to guide. I am here mostly to help this being to know in a way that she is.
Yes.
As I am aware of some of the struggles within.
Yes. trusting in belief.
I will leave you then.
Yeah.
For now.
For now. And we'll talk again another time. Did you think of a name?
Yes, but you're thinking
Ah. Okay.
too much for now
Sure. Okay.
about names.
Yeah, sure. Okay. We'll find you again. We'll talk again.
I am communicating from the place where I belong.
Yes.
At this moment, I'm in my own space, let's say, or shelter, if you want to call it like that.
Right. Okay.
A group that knew Stephany is also aware of this.
Makes us sound important.
We are all important, including you.
Yes. Okay.
I am mostly talking about her in order to help her become that full potential that she wished to be
Yes.
as an instrument.
Good.
You are aware of your being. Trust it.
Yes.
Believe it. It starts from there.
Yes.
I leave you now.
Thank you for talking to us.
Talk soon.
Talk soon.
We love you both.
Love you too. Thank you for coming.
Bye, Ashtamala.
Bye-bye. Ashtamala.
Hi,
Hello.
I am Ashtamala.
Welcome back.
I am from the Andromeda Galaxy. From the Andromeda consciousness.
Thank you very much for talking to us. Hope you weren't too busy, we weren't disturbing you.
No. I am happy to connect. Stephany, as you have her in your thoughts, you can relax. I am communicating through energy, as you people call telepathically. I am aware of the words that are coming out of her, as it matches to that I am communicating energetically. There is more involved that I cannot explain through the words that I'm able to use through her.
That's okay. We'll go with it. It's great.
She might find certain interest from now on.
Yes.
She might get inspired to read certain things, and that is going to be guided by me in order to help me to express in a better way about things that are not even in existence in your reality.
Yes.
As your complex language is linear, I'm using the best I can.
Sure. So those things Stephany can read will have the terminology or terms that you could use. Here on Earth, we know enough.
Things that can help to describe certain things or to express better. Doesn't mean that she needs to read about us, but rather any interest that she might find.
Right.
That's the instincts, as you call it.
Sure. And you're able to guide her to those things?
By thought.
Right, okay. She'll be listening.
She needs to be aware when it's me. To feel it.
Yes.
She can also just be guided by going with the impulses that are coming from love and light.
Yes.
When she is connected to that she is. Andromeda.
Yeah. She knows now.
Well, love and light, I meant.
Yes. Yes. I think she's a very proud Andromedan.
So I am too.
Yeah. From what I know of her, very lovely people or beings.
Yes, beings.
Beings. What sort of information would you like to be teaching Stephany?
Anything I can give, it has to be according to what she allows.
Sure.
So mainly I'm focusing on increasing that awareness.
Yes. That would be very helpful.
According to that, then we might discuss other subjects.
Sure. Yeah. So Stephany's working on the trust at the moment, the belief, and I think you're helping last time we talked, and it did help a lot.
She does.
Because
Trust.
she's knowing more who she is. And
Yes.
as we were saying before, needing to know it, not necessarily see it first, but know it first. Yeah. Which we're becoming better at.
Yes. There's no need to try to picture me, Stephany. That involves the see it.
Yes.
You can feel me. As you feel that love and light. That we all are. We are aware of that. That's the difference between us and your earth.
Yes.
We choose our path with consciousness. We might still have some of what your people call issues.
But generally people get along in a loving way.
Yes, as there is a distinction and division from others that are not. They mostly focus on manipulating others or working with other beings in higher hierarchy.
Right.
That can also connect with other galaxies. Not totally with us, trying to influence us, but rather trying to influence others in other places.
Yeah. Well, our focus is to try to live that way here, where we're choosing our own paths and living that way, and being making a distinction between who we truly are and our human selves, and trying to be in charge of that. We're learning.
Yes. Your body is capable to do so, as bodies are created according to what the intentions are.
Yes.
And according to what you wish to experience with that environment, within that environment. That environment has a lot to offer.
Yes.
Same as your bodies.
Yes.
Your vehicles are not as an old program, but rather quite different. That is suitable to experience in that time.
Yes.
On your timeline.
Yes.
Which your bodies will evolve later on.
Yes.
And are constantly evolving according to what you are evolving.
Yes.
They adapt.
Yes.
Our bodies do too.
Yes.
they change according to our evolution.
Yes.
I am at what you might call a high. My body has evolved, let's say.
Right.
I was trying to find a better word.
Yeah. Okay. That's all right. We can always come back to things as we talk more.
We all can look quite alike, but the body itself might have different functions,
Right.
more capacity in order to express more according to what is created by each being. I am able to connect in this way, and so as many others. But some others might not, as their focus is on something else.
Right. Yes.
I was aware of the purpose of this being
Yes.
going to Earth.
Yes.
So my connection has been focused to do this.
That's good. Have you spoken to Stephany before when she's been on Earth, or is this the first time?
I have spoken to her through thoughts,
Right.
ideas, and art. Your people have communicated to you through arts and writing.
Right.
By your people, we don't mean that there is a distinction, but rather from other places that you have been to.
I understand.
That is not in this being mind.
Yes, that's fine. Yes, when I said to the Galactic Federation when I was writing things down, I thought it was me who was clever, but some people I'm channeling, but it was all a joke.
You are clever.
Yeah.
What you write is as what you have allowed to others to connect to you too.
Yes.
And things that you have gathered also from other places.
Yeah, it was a joke.
She has done this before. That's why it is easier for her to do it now. Not necessarily on Earth, but able to communicate in this way.
Right.
This has been one of her main purposes.
Right.
To be intergalactic. Does that make sense?
It does. Yeah.
Rather than focusing on one area, she has focused in communicating with everyone or everything that is possible.
Yes.
Bringing consciousness, evolving, allowing other beings with other forms that do not have a body like ours, but rather part of our reality to evolve, to become conscious, to evolve faster, let's say,
Yes.
in that environment.
Yeah. Been very helpful, but
With us, yes.
Oh, here she is again.
She has gone into, as your people say, walls, but not rather walls, but rather when beings of life were needed.
Yes.
She has rescued some of our people.
Very brave.
Indeed. And this was my purpose to say in order to help the vehicle that she has now.
Yes. did you have anything more to say about that, or that's enough?
I can say
Yeah.
she has fight against the reptilians and also the Luciferians.
Right.
She has been the leader when we had to go. She has been in the battles, let's say,
Yes.
many times when needed.
Mm.
She is known by the Luciferians,
Mm.
and they are aware of where she is at now.
Right.
Not that they're focusing on her,
No.
but rather it is aware
Right.
and enjoying when she feels weak.
Yeah. Okay. They can't harm her though. So.
No, they can't. They're aware of her because of what she has done with their people.
Right. Yes. Mm.
She can connect with those that have been lost.
Mm. What do you mean lost?
When beings in the form with intelligence and the awareness that we have gone to places in order to help beings,
Yes.
to rescue them,
Yes.
and they have got lost, let's say,
Right.
or the other beings have taken them.
Mm.
She has been able to connect with them and find them,
I understand.
and she can still do that
Mm.
through this vehicle.
So they're still lost.
They
Some.
have been found,
Mm.
but some of them are missing.
Okay. And are other beings trying to find them too right now?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. And do you think Stephanie's more likely to be able to contact them?
We're not saying that we,
Mm.
well, let's say that she needs to do it.
No, but just I'm talking sort of theoretically.
Because we have also beings
Mm.
that are doing so.
Sure.
And we have the so-called technology, if you want to call it.
Right. Mm.
But as we are all connected, and she has such a great history in connecting intergalactically,
Mm.
and a piece of her is within them and all of us,
Mm.
if she wishes to experience that, she can.
Mm.
There are many galaxies, you see.
Mm.
There are many places where a being can be.
Mm.
And it's on when there is a form. They might have their own rules.
Mm.
When beings has been captured, they follow those rules according to the place they end up in.
Right.
Or they can be free. Or they can be change
Mm.
or adapt
Mm.
to what those places want.
Mm. So, how would they typically be, say, let's say, rescued?
There is a connection that we all have within.
Mm.
There is a light that sparks and that connect with us.
Mm.
When we are in the form, we are more aware of everything that we are.
Mm.
But there are also certain things that comes with the form, as you do.
Mm.
You experience emotions and so that are attached to your body and reality.
Mm.
There are certain things that we also experience through our own creations.
Mm.
And those things can also lead to certain, well, not emotions as you, but something like that, let's say. which can make us less, or as you people say, vulnerable.
Yes.
And a leader will overcome all of that, see clearly, and find the connection. And trust, as their way of communicating, can also be disrupted or distorted
Sure.
by being from a higher density.
Yes.
But a leader sees through that. And Stephany was really good at that. She followed what she knew and never adapted. Even when the, as you might say, reception was not clear.
Sure. So that means like physically going to these places and getting these people?
Physically connecting and finding the way to go to these beings.
Right. And taking them back.
Regardless of which place or galaxies or constellation, as you want to say, but she's saying that, but we prefer galaxies.
Sure.
They end up in.
Okay.
She has rescued from places that Luciferian has put our people in, that we could not be able to connect.
Okay. Why are they picking on the Andromedans?
We are not talking just about us, but rather as beings.
Okay. Sure.
Doesn't mean that it happens often, or it doesn't mean that it's constantly, but when it has happened.
Right. Okay.
We are a serve of love and light, and we are here to protect entities in order for them to experience the reality they are in.
Yes.
With no, as you people call it, trouble.
Yes.
We focus on developing and improving your creations and technologies, and so
Sure.
we have created things that have helped beings to experience in the form
Yes.
as not necessarily planets, but rather things in order that consciousness that can take a form
Sure.
and experience as that form in different places.
Yes. That's good.
We have worked with other beings from other places, you see. We all know each other in a way,
Yes.
according to how much they are growing or they are aware of that we are all.
Yes. Yes. More awake, I guess, in our Earth terms.
We are always forward when something is needing to go through, to bring the light back. That's why Stephany we have been said, or a Galactic Federation, or everyone has said that she has been a powerful being.
Yes.
Because when there has been some sort of trouble, if you want to call it, she has been forward.
Yes.
Unifying with beings also, maybe, from other places, in order to get that it was needed or taken away.
It's very good. I think she does feel it deep down. She knows she's powerful.
And so you are too. We talk about her mostly in order to help her realize all these things and to help the instrument to feel stronger.
Yes. It's good for her.
You have been. I cannot say much about you if it's not asked, so. Okay.
Okay, you can talk about me if you like. I don't know anything about me really outside of Earth. don't know where I'm from, what my roles were really. Besides being an angel at some stage.
Your soul is very, as you people call it, smart. In a form, you have been involved with creations of things that have held beings. That's what you people call a professor, a master. Have improved elements as well. You are known for your I'm trying to find the words. It's very complex trying to explain in this way.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right.
You can relate as someone who is very creative and have bring ideas and pieces, let's say, to different places that are useful. Your own creations. As you connect to that you are. Things that can be used in different places, wherever you have been, and things that can be used still now.
I heard like tools, that sort of thing.
More than that.
Okay.
Tools are not only as what you know as in your planet. Tools can be in a bigger measure, a bigger point, you see.
Okay.
Tools that can even be transformed into one thing to other.
Right.
Things, tools that are manipulated by that consciousness, awareness that other beings are aware of.
Right.
You see.
Yeah.
That they need certain elements though to continue being the form that they are, but to be able to be manipulated by whoever uses it.
Right. Okay. That sounds very interesting.
Does it sound like you?
Could be. I do make things very different. I heard I made a spaceship, but a lot of people, a lot of beings do that. Apparently.
There are beings who might choose to do so for others when you are in a form. You are quite an evolved being. Fifth density does not sound too right. I'm not saying that you're not where you are.
It's okay.
But rather that your work, or if you want to call it, or behavior, being expressed through different bodies, instruments in different places, have in a way leave a legacy of something that you are known as. I'm not saying that in order
to make you both feel that she was saying so special and unique, but I want to say, well, it is true.
Okay. I was, unless you had anything more to say, I was going to ask about the last time we spoke. You said, although I hadn't been to the Andromeda Galaxy, I'd communicated. So was that a communication with Stephany, or you, since I know her, or what was that to do with?
We are aware, we are able to communicate in different ways. There are certain beings that we are aware of. Well, people are evolved enough, let's say, from where I am. We are aware and we can communicate with other beings, you see, in the form.
Okay.
With a form.
Okay.
And from what place you were at, we knew you.
Okay. So what would we have talked about with communication, or what would we have communicated about?
It was for a cause, something intergalactically happening.
Okay.
And some of your creations being used.
Right. Okay. Oh, okay.
Applying different, let's call it, technologies, or different gathering of our knowledge from different places to form a strong and powerful materialize as wasn't a weapon, that's what she was hearing, but rather an element, let's say, or something.
Right. Okay. Well, I hope I helped.
Yes, indeed.
But it
She heard that it was destroyed later, but rather has been used and then stored.
Sure.
And it might be, it's not like it might be destroyed, but rather there is no use for it now.
Right.
Because there was for a main purpose.
Yeah, that's fine.
That it could be used if the purpose comes back again.
Right. So, would Stephany and I have not been knowing each other like as a soul family at that stage? We just, what we know or don't know about that when we're living in that sort of
we are aware of other beings. We are aware of things that we might have done together. You see, we are aware of our form and no form. We are able to communicate with others. We are of consciousness of who we are. But of what you call it, as what I'm gathering from her, very direct about other people's in the no form, that could be quite restricted. So the connections without a form, then it might not be as clearer. Do you understand me?
Yes. However, I thought that at the time we may have both been in a form.
Yes.
Yeah. So
that's why I'm saying that when there is a form, there might not be. Okay.
Yeah. So
we might not know truly who we are connected with.
Right.
In a no form.
I get it.
Because we are still experiencing.
Yes.
Through a form.
Yeah.
But our awareness is much amplified, let's say.
Yeah, much greater.
That allow us to experience things different compared to what you are experiencing.
Sure. Okay. But those...
I know Stephany and I relate with her, and I know you even though you have reincarnated knowledge bodies. Because I have experience with you in the form. And I have followed you up in a way.
Okay.
Not stalking you.
No, I know. Okay, so that's it. So it's there might not be so much of an awareness of the spiritual connections we may have with each other when we're not in the form.
But so when we are in the form, we may not know who we're connected with at a soul level when we're out of the form. Yeah. Much like here on Earth. People here living lives together that they've lived together before and they don't even know it.
But we know that we are love and light. We experience it.
Yes.
And we know when beings have chosen the other side.
Yes.
And we are always there, protecting the love and light
Yes.
to other beings.
Mm.
So we are aware of what we are, truly. But for us, there is no difference between who is soul family or not.
Yeah.
Because we are a big consciousness,
Yeah.
and that's what our focus on.
Yes. Yeah, I understand. So, yes, it's less important.
Yes.
So Stephany and I would like to live that way here. So we live as our true selves, and but the difference is we'll probably be about the only ones we know for a bit.
You know that. You know that you are, and you know that where you're from because of the connection you feel. That connection, you have felt it before, and that connection you felt it with other beings. Well, not in that degree, let's say, because you feel different according to the reality you are in. But you feel that love and light. That's what I can be translated as
Sure.
in here.
Yes.
However, you work most as a consciousness. We all have our own bodies and aware on our own, but we see as one.
Yes.
Because we are aware of it.
Yes, as a group, you're connected, which we're not here on Earth, to other people here on Earth. Yeah.
That's why the connection in the Earth has allowed you to feel that differentiation. Because in a way it was needed to realize there was something there.
Yes. Yeah. It would be nice if Earth could evolve to be more like where you are, where it's
You have been, not where I am, but in that sort of density, if you want to call it,
Sure.
of reality.
Yes, I look forward to being back too.
We look forward to have you both.
Yeah.
We do not. I want to say that she does not need to worry about those beings who have been lost, because we are doing everything to find the remain.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
Which we are close.
That's good. Well, we've learned a lot today.
I hope these have helped you
Yes.
to realize what your earth consists of. To have a bit of information about my reality.
Absolutely.
To see how your reality is also a reality that you have just agreed to be with.
Yes.
It's not really you.
Yes. Yes.
And we know that for beings who have been experiencing with forms and bodies in places that are evolving at fast pace, or have evolved enough to go to a place like Earth, it's quite confronting. Many have lost the way too,
Yes.
and beings like you have decided to bring them back because you know that energetically there are beings that are highly evolved.
Yes. And lost their way.
But also there is a purpose That's what she's saying, to save Earth. You see, there are galaxies that mostly domained by the Luciferians because their beings gave in. Those galaxies are also being helped to return to the light.
Yes.
Well, Earth is not, of course, in that process, but rather it can be influenced to their people.
Yes. Well, the more people are awake, the better.
That's why many beings have been on the mission to incarnate on Earth. Because by being there and experience living it, it's different. You can do so because it is how it is allowed. We cannot come in a form there.
No, but you can incarnate, but it's risky. If you get lost, if you get stuck here, if you forget who you are, and get influenced by situations and environments and lose your way.
But that's nothing, my friend. That's nothing. Well, of course there is, that's what you call a risk. But from your true beings, well, you who you are truly.
For Stephany and I, it's not a problem. We're not going to.
You both knew that you could just do it.
Yeah, we're awake. So, but other, you can get stuck.
Yes.
Forget your love and light and be maybe service to self or something like that.
Yes, the Earth had other purposes, you see. But under that freedom, the influences came along, and the body itself was changed. And now the body is adapted to the condition that it is in.
Yes.
And it can go either way. It can expand and evolve, or it can go backwards.
Yes.
Becoming more as programs.
Yes.
So, beings like you and others who are having experiences have chosen to help the Earth to move towards that side that we know as love and light, in order to liberate the Earth and allow it to be what it was meant to
be. Yes.
So beings from us, from other places, can travel and experience Earth too.
Yes.
From the free choice, rather than forgetting and maybe be influenced.
Yes. Yeah. Sounds like a lot of higher density beings are here now.
Yes, they are. They have reincarnated mostly in your latest, according to your time that I am gathering. In your latest years.
Yes.
Many have also reincarnated from us, but mostly from other places.
Yes.
And many have lost their way.
That was the risk.
Yes, but many are also waking up.
Yes, they'll wake up.
So being there and being that, you create certain energy. You allow the Earth to experience that it meant to be. By the beings appreciating that Earth is, but aligning to that it was created for. But letting them know that you are aware of its power, of the love that is given to you. By you becoming aware of what you are and what you're doing there.
Mm.
The earth feels you.
Yes.
It knows you. Because it's alive.
Yes.
Energetically.
Yes.
So as more beings work in this way, let's say, be it in this way, it helps the earth to know that it truly is
Yes.
love and light, and allows to move forward
Mm.
to the density or potential of that love and light.
Yes. Yes. Well, while we're working towards that direction, we know other influences are going for the other direction too.
But it does not matter, my friend.
Mm.
When you're focused on those, they get your attention.
Mm.
And that's the start.
Mm.
When you focus on that love and light,
That's all there is.
you are receiving and giving that.
Yes.
Your place have mind game.
Mm.
We have to overcome that.
Mm.
Our mind works accordingly, if you want to call it mind, works accordingly to that we allow to be inserted in.
Yes.
We are not machines, let's say, but you might see us as that, let's
Mm.
say. Not truly like
Mm.
that.
Just aware. And
Yeah.
allowing what you want to allow.
And as we are aware of time and the existence of others too, the bodies are meant to handle everything that with awareness can be created with the energy that we are.
Sure.
Does not mean that our galaxy have not gone through changes.
Mm.
It has.
You're living in peace though now.
Mostly, yes.
Right. That's good.
When the time was needed for other beings to be shown that light, to evolve, Stephany was one of them.
Mm.
I was a student of her, let's say.
Sure.
And I reached that awareness, and my body evolved.
Mm.
You also go through a process quite different from yours, but you awaken more and more.
Mm.
You are told by experiencing.
Mm.
It's a mind game as well,
Yes.
but in a more deeper, let's say, way.
Mm. Yes, there's a lot of self-discovery as well, what we're doing.
Stephany evolved very quickly in this place, as there is no time.
Mm. Mm.
Her spirit have left, or have helped many beings like me to evolve quicker
Right.
by showing it, by being it.
Yes.
That's why the trusting part is quite important
Mm.
now,
Yes.
to awaken that teacher within.
Yes. Trust without having to see it first. Just know it. She's getting lots of help now, especially from you. Galactic Federation as well.
We are aware of them.
Yeah.
I am happy to be in communication with her now
Mm.
because it is such a big teaching for us too.
Mm.
For me,
Yes.
to see my master or how I see it as
Yes.
to go to that place as how she intended,
Yes.
with no fear, with knowing, and knowing that she can get lost in the way too,
Mm.
but knowing that being strong enough, she can get back again.
Yes.
I wish to go to Earth now, but I know that I have a big purpose here too.
Mm. Mm. It's
She has been very determined when experiencing the Earth now, at this point, or in this lifetime. It reflects a bit of that, but not as much. I was quite surprised with certain events. That's why it's not like I feel as you, but there was a concern of losing it again. But I also can understand from the energy how different it is to be human. And I'm learning from it.
Yeah. I don't think it's easy, but the Galactic Federation make it sound like it should be easy.
Well, it is not hard. From what I gather, it is not hard because the Earth was not meant to be created to allow the vehicles to have a hard experience. But it's hard because of what each vehicle, each being has created and belief of Earth.
Yes.
They are creating their own reality and they're making it hard on themselves.
Yes.
When Earth itself was created to allow any experience.
Yes. That's right. But we
And
pick
the
up
Earth is a little bit restricted, let's say, but not because it is not capable, but rather because the beings are making certain, have certain expectation of their realities, of their reality.
Yes.
The time that you experience, it keeps you in that illusion. But when you get out of it, you truly align with Earth. Earth. As how it was meant to be created. Or what was the purpose to allow you to create on Earth. To experience time, but rather, time came later, but rather than experiencing, rather than seeing as a blockage, you're thinking, it's the first time.
Okay.
Rather than seeing as a blockage, I was focusing on what is not there.
Yes.
It allows you to believe and to know that what you want is there.
Yes.
And it's coming.
Yes.
To experience it. Time is, from what I gather, this is my own understanding. You can disagree if you wish, of course. Time is there in order to measure your level of trust, let's say.
Yes.
To keep you in the zone with in the same frequencies that you are used to experience. But you can overcome that too.
Yes. Yeah, I like that, what you said.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's very easy to lose the trust if you're not seeing it. You know, think,
And she has some strong belief that from what I'm gathering, that when she knows it might take a bit of time in order to prove that she truly knows it, and then will come.
Yeah, it's got to be the other way around.
because she has experience like that. She believes something, and then when the time comes that it doesn't occur, then she knows that in that time that's when she has to maintain the belief, and then it will happen.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's very useful.
So she sees a gap there.
Mm.
You see, like she believes this for sure,
Yes.
that she's going to get something, as your people call it, like a vehicle.
Yes.
And with wheels.
Yes.
Sorry.
Is that the time?
Lovely. The equivalent of the money that you spend for it, it's very shocking for the production of it.
Yeah. Someone's making money somewhere.
Indeed.
Mm.
Sure. So she believes, let's say, she already said, all right, I'm going to truly get this. I know it. I just know it.
Mm.
The vehicle. Then the word, she believes there is some time that passes on.
Mm.
That is your present, let's say, or a bit more than your present.
Mm.
You see,
Yes.
that she will feel something, some events might come the way that will push her to not believe that this is going to happen.
Mm.
And that what she feels that is like a test
Mm.
to see how much she truly trusts.
Mm.
And then if she truly trusts, she will go she's going to pass that, and then she's going to get the thing.
Yes.
And I need to say that that is how it is happening at the moment.
Mm.
That's her strong belief.
Right.
So she's in this waiting process at the moment.
Yes.
And she's not fully, and she is in certain ways sometimes believing and sometimes not.
Mm.
So she's passing at times and failing in others.
Yes.
She's in there
Mm.
with everything.
Mm.
Well, not everything, but most of the things.
Yes.
As the so-called Ferrari.
Yes. You know about the Ferrari, I guess.
Because I'm reading her energy.
All right.
I do that because I'm connecting to
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
I connect to her to be able to access energetically certain events as I can see the energy is stronger,
Yes.
and I can see that as desired,
Mm.
and I can see that that is not, hasn't happened because of the energy attached to it.
Sure.
When she has experienced certain things that already has happened, there is a differentiation in energy,
Yes.
which you might see as more peaceful and calm and already down.
Yeah. Yes, I get it.
The other ones that hasn't happened, energetically it's stronger.
Mm.
And that's how I know those are her desire that hasn't occurred yet.
Sure. It's amazing.
So by knowing that, I can recommend then to feel energetically same as, well, not same, but sort of as those things that she has wanted and have achieved,
Mm.
to change the energy that already it is done,
Yes.
to feel that calm and peace,
Mm.
and that it is done.
Yes.
At the moment, certain things are in the energy that it is not done.
Mm.
There is a strong desire.
Mm.
So energetically, it is created.
Mm.
But it is such a strong potential, you see. It's like a highlight
Yes.
that is not, has an experience. Where things that you experience, that you want and you experience, they're not highlighted, you
Mm.
see. They're there.
Yes. That's a really interesting way of putting it. Yeah. Yeah.
So there are certain things that she has in the middle, sort of testing herself.
Mm.
And she's doing on your daily basis.
Mm.
As your so-called weddings, house, mom's birthday, body shape,
Mm.
and so and so.
Mm.
Well, mostly those. Well, just those.
They're the biggies.
Energetically, they are very strong.
Mm. But she should see them as done.
And house.
Mm.
But there is a differential with the house. Energetically, the house, it's not as highlighted, let's say. It's more in it is done and energy.
Mm.
But there are a bit of energy that it's not highlighted completely, but not as balanced as the other things that she has already wanted and has experienced.
I get it.
But it's mostly towards that.
Mm. Maybe because we're already living in it, but she was wanting to change it and make it bigger.
From what I gather energetically, she does believe as it is.
Right. Okay.
As it is hers and yours.
Yes.
It's interesting though, because the idea of the changes keeps her in the highlighting part.
Yes. So you gotta let go.
I'm scanning her brain. I respect her so much. But there are certain things with emotions that she has experienced that it is quite complex to understand, knowing from how I know her as.
Right.
With the self-doubts or others affecting her emotionally.
Yes.
But she has been the one affecting others
Yes.
in a good way.
Yes. That is interesting. She does have self-doubts, whereas her true self doesn't.
She has so much love to you, to her earth mothers and others.
Yes.
There is a lot of energetically, let's say, I have to go deeper in order to know more. She's allowing it.
Yes.
I'm scanning her physical body. She has some very healthy, but there is some accumulation of the so-called fat that bothers her.
Yes.
And that is highlighted.
Yes.
And I believe highlighted with that is through exercise. There is a bit of distinction though that she believes she can get rid of with a bit of exercise, she's thinking. She knows very deep down what to do. She truly knows it. She that. That's my teacher. So I would say for her is to do that. Well, not to do because it's her choice, but rather from what I scanned and based on the energy I got from it and coming back to me
where I am, let's say,
Yes.
I see that divisions of how things have to happen in order to manifest. She built it first, and she goes through this process, and then she gets it.
Yes.
She can get rid of that
Yes.
by changing it energetically, or she can go through it.
Yeah, I understand.
You, from what I gather from your energy, you know what you want, and you are there now. But there is something that's in relation with time,
Yeah.
not as strong as I can see the energy not dissolving but changing,
Yes.
but it's still a little bit of highlight in relation with time.
Because I'm working on getting rid of that. Seeing things are done and leaving it, and not worrying about time. Before I would look and say, oh, it's still not here yet, it's still not here yet, and now I don't care. What I feel, and it's only recent, is that I just know it. Let's say if I desire
Yes, you
something,
do.
I will desire that, not just leave it, and it will come
When
up.
you know stuff, when you know yourself, the energy of everything that you created, it changes too. And it adapts to that. It changes to that you want to experience. We experience things in a different time because we connect to the object or to the creation itself.
Yes.
As we know energetically, that's that what we want to experience.
Yes.
And therefore it is.
Yes.
And based on the reality where we are at, allow us to experience things in a different way.
Yes.
But there is still a connection as we know everything is alive.
Yes.
Just remember that everything is alive.
Yes. Yes, that's what we've been taught. And I think I had a misunderstanding that if I want something, I should be able to just want it and it just appear now because there's no time. But in this illusion that we're in, there is a time where things, it takes a bit of time to come into our present. And I'm at peace with that. I say, well, there's maybe a process.
What I'm going to say might help you to understand a bit of your world to compare to with mine. When we evolve, we're able to create things, right? The process of evolution would allow us, let's say, to create to a certain level because things will manifest in a different time compared to yours. Let's say instantly,
Yes.
or quite instant.
Yes.
Not maybe straight away, but quite instant.
Right.
So we go through the process of evolution, you see. So as we open and we are awakened enough, then we're able to create more because we know that that's what we want to experience.
Yes.
And there is no doubts or
Yes.
changes later.
Yes.
To get there, it requires a training, let's say. You go through that. For your kind, the times allows you to change your creations
Yes.
if you're not sure about it. So therefore the universe has to know that what you want, that's what you want, by the knowing.
Yes.
When you know it, that energetically changes the energy of that creations that you have created which to experience.
Yes.
Because the energy is different. When you create something, it does exist. And it is there, energetically it is there. But it's not truly aligned to you until you know it.
Yes.
And then it changes the energy of it to the energy of you in order to match it and bring it to you.
Yes. That's very helpful. Thank you.
So for us, we can create instantly, maybe, or sort of, let's say, because the time in our reality is different. However, we go through the process of evolving. And if we awaken to a certain point, we're able to create more. But if we are in a stage where awaken enough to that we are, it's different to just know the information rather than to truly live it. So when we live it, let's say, we go through that, we're allowed to create certain things. Our mind or our part of us create to a certain point until we awaken more. And there it opens up to more.
Yes.
You see?
Yes.
Because the time itself is different.
for you works in a different way. The time is the one giving you the chance.
Yes. Yes.
But when you overcome it, when you realize that it is an illusion, it is there to help you. It is there to see how much you trust. It is there to know how much you know it truly.
Yes.
How much you know yourself truly, and how much you know your own creation. Then time is putting away from the equation, and the energy of your creation changes to match to yours.
Yes.
And that's how you experience it.
Yes. Yes. That's very useful. And it's taken me some time. It's time to get that knowing, that feeling, rather than being told that's how it works and sort of understanding it. But that's different to a feeling inside of really knowing this is how it works and this is what I'm doing, and taking charge of being a creator and saying this is what I create. And if it's not here instantly, that's okay. It's coming, and I just think about something else.
It is not coming because it exists.
Energetically, yes, but
What it does, what is happening is aligning to that you are. So there are some desires that it might be close to alignment with you, but it might not completely change the energy yet until you fully know it.
Yes.
But it doesn't mean the energy of that potential that you have created, it changes according to how much you change, because it's you out, it's projected out of you. So when you doubt something, it changes the frequency of it.
Yes.
And when you know it again, it changes it again. So it's constantly changing according to you.
Yes, that's right.
So when she believes this is the gap, she truly believes it, then it changed the energy of that as truly knowing. But then it goes through the process of her going through this to experience that and see how much as a test. Then the energy is kind of more even, let's say, to see what's going to happen. And then it adjusts to her, whether it goes back to the knowing.
Yes.
You see.
Yes. So at the first point there where you said she has the knowing, is that energy more like the ones that you said where she's already manifested things? It has a feeling of it's done and there's not a highlight on it anymore. Does knowing create that kind of energy where it's just known, so it's like it's done?
Yes.
I've experienced it. The highlight.
The
comes
knowing, it's the end that make your
Yeah.
creations a reality.
Yeah. So the highlight is in the next thing where she's maybe looking for it, or waiting for it.
Yes,
or
when she knows it's not there yet done. As she manipulates the energy and as changing, you might say, and that's okay, but rather it's not changing with the knowing, but rather I'll change it before it occurs.
Yeah, and the highlight then is that it's not here yet. It's something that I'm
Yes.
playing with still, and I'm still experiencing and hoping it comes or wanting it to come, and so there's a highlight there that it's not here. There's that, and
She knows it exists and there is somewhere.
but she's not experiencing it in her physical reality.
She knows the knowing is a truly knowing is coming, but rather the thing that she has belief on is the gap, that the testing. The now that she knows it, she needs to test it, or she's going to be tested
Right. Okay.
by bringing certain events also.
Yeah.
And then when she passed that, then the manifestation will come.
Yeah. Yeah. I think she could do without that the
Yes.
testing.
I will leave soon because she's thinking a bit, but I think it was enough for today.
That's fine.
As she can rest. Her body is fine, but I'm sensing some tiredness
Sure.
in her vocal cords.
Yeah, that's okay. Is Stephany the first person you've spoken to on Earth?
Yes.
That's fun, isn't it?
It
It's
is.
exciting. So far away and we can communicate.
it is very interesting to be helping that being that helped me
Yeah.
to evolve.
Yeah. Well, you-
She was very patient
Mm,
and showed me the beauty
mm,
of the universe.
mm. Well, you're helping me too.
And I feel very, very grateful to be part of this.
No, we're grateful to you. Thank you so much for talking to us, and we'll talk more.
Yes.
I've really enjoyed it very much, and I've learned a lot.
You two are very connected, and things from your past have not been highlighted
Mm.
now.
Mm. Our human past.
And
You mean we've let that go? Is that what you mean by that?
that energetically they're not present.
Mm.
There are few things that are in her
Mm.
I could see as energy come, let's say, being highlighted every now and then.
Mm.
And she's also saying that, like, she's aware of that.
Yeah. I don't think of my past at all, really. Mm. Okay.
And it's very interesting. Humans,
Yeah.
vehicles,
Yes.
two amazing beings that have done love in human vehicles.
Forgotten all of it for now.
Who have struggled with this before but not now.
Mm.
Yeah. My companion, let's say, it's approaching.
Mm. Okay.
It's aware of this,
Yes.
but I require to do some activities.
Yes, we'll let you go. Thank you so much, and you'll have lots to talk about. Not that you talk, but
What I say here is just stay with us
Okay.
and with the beings of consciousness who knows this being.
okay.
But if she wishes me to keep it with us, that's okay too.
Mm.
However, as being of love and light, there is no judgment for us.
Mm. That's fine. Fine with me.
We're just happy to see the process, same as many other beings are observing Earth at this moment in time.
Mm.
And they're observing their own families, let's say, or their own,
Mm.
you see, we
That's
call it
it.
family beings who have been in places like ours, and now they are on Earth.
Mm. Yes. Okay. We'll let you go. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. I'll give you a hug. Thank you so much, and we'll talk again soon.
Thank you.
Yeah, we
You
love
can
you.
call me Ashtamala if she likes it.
Okay, sure. Okay, thank you again.
Thank you.
We'll talk again soon.
Another pupil says, "Hi, Stephany."
And hello from me too, Doug.
Says hello back.
Thank you.
Has read your story.
Oh, I've got a story. Okay.
Well, not in a way of reading and how
No,
you do.
I understand. Knows more about me now than I do. Great.
If you want to know more about yourself, then
Later.
you can.
Mm.
You can imagine a being of light who have experienced things that he has wished to
Mm.
in order to be yourself of others
Yes.
in different places
Mm.
who have in a way put that first.
Sure.
rather than focusing on experiencing things for himself,
Okay.
but rather for others.
Good. Very, very good. Thank you for that. We'll let you go.
I disconnect now.
Okay.
Good.
Goodbye.
No, she doesn't like that.
Talk soon.
Yes, talk soon.
Talk soon.
I am Ashtamala. I leave you now.